The year 2022 when it started, I was kind of in a rut. You're going through life. When you just don't know where you're finding what's working out for you when it comes to these jobs, knowing that you have to still, you got kids, you still got to provide for yourself and your kids and your family, the ones closest to you that mean the most, especially your kids. So, with school, I decided to sign up back in February and taking that chance to just do it full time. So I worked at this factory up until about August. And that's when I just cut cold turkey, man. Income, money, comfortability, taking that risk,
Getting out that comfort zone.
Man, getting out that comfort zone. So I dived in full-time school. I'm doing a skill trade for welding just to, put that under my belt and see where that takes me, man. Man, I forgot to brush my teeth.
What's wrong with you, G?
Well, not brush them since the morning, but I like to brush them I like to brush them in the afternoon as well.
You gotta take care of yourself,
morning, afternoon, and
y'all gotta tell them take care of yourself, man.
Man, 3 times a day.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth 3 times a day?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Who do that?
I do.
Motherfuckers don't even floss once a day.
I make sure I brush them in the morning. Then when I get home from school.
Why your shit still yellow there, motherfucker?
I don't know. The camera says otherwise. So I don't know about you.
Hell no.
Man.
All right, man. Hey, look, I got somebody on here with me today, man. It's my boy, you know what I'm saying? My one hand man, my right hand man, you know what I'm saying? I said my one hand man.
I'm handicapping this motherfucker.
This is strong hand. But it's my boy Jesse, man. You already know. If you know me, you know, bro, be right there with me through thick and thin, you know what I'm saying? So we finally getting the podcast episode together, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We just finished setting up. It took us about 2 hours to figure it out, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Through adversity, we prosper. So we here, you know what I'm saying? Don't give it up. No, you know what I'm saying? Throwing in the towel.
Technical difficulties.
But we don't really necessarily have a topic today, man. But what we normally talk about is, just speaking life into each other. You know what I'm saying? Motivating one another.
Facts.
Just trying to make sure that we on our P's and Q's in this thing we call life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to become the best versions of ourselves. The same thing we preach to, anybody that's around us, because that's what it's all about, really. Each one teach one, elevate and motivate. You know what I'm saying? So
always.
Pretty much, we really just gonna get on here and chop it up and, speak life, man. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day. Is giving back. And also being there for one another, because that's what life all about. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family and shit like that. And family ain't always blood. So, I look at bro as family. You know what I'm saying? To me, he my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, facts.
That's what this shit all about, man. So bro on the podcast with me, and we just finna, get to it. So I don't know. Lately, my boy been on his P's and Q's. He been taking some strides in life to, become a better man and a better person for his father or for his kids and for himself. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to get into letting them know what you're doing with school and,
Yeah, just what I've been, or the chances, I guess, the risks, chances, taking a chance on yourself, trying something new. Yeah, man, just, the year 2022 when it started, I was kind of in a rut, you're going through life. When you just don't know where you're finding what's working out for you when it comes to these jobs, knowing that you have to still, you got kids, you still got to provide for yourself and your kids and your family, the ones closest to you that mean the most, especially your kids. So, with school, I decided to sign up back in February and taking that chance to just do it full time, So I worked at this factory up until about August. And that's when I just cut cold turkey, man. Income, money, comfortability, taking that risk,
Getting out that comfort zone.
Man, getting out that comfort zone. So I dived in full-time school. I'm doing a skill trade for welding just to, you know, get that, put that under my belt and see where that takes me, man. You know,
And he actually almost done, man. How much you got left? Couple months, few months?
Man,
what is
like
it?
2 months.
About 2 months,
2
bro. How long was your program?
It was like altogether maybe like 9 months.
See, 9 months. 9 months
like a
with
baby, bro.
Right,
like
but
I'm delivering babies right there with the degree.
Right, no, hey, for real though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just new birth, rebirth. It's just like 9 months it's taking this man to change his life, to change his financial situation, and to change his opportunities, and you know what I'm saying,
open doors, different things, different, you know,
exactly,
journeys in this world when it comes to workforce. You know, I'm not saying that that's got to be my end goal or my career goal, but definitely going to school or picking up a trade will definitely elevate your life.
One step at a time, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, that ain't got to be your end goal. Y'all know I'm big on that.
Yeah.
As far as just understanding that, like, just because you decide to do something don't mean that you're going to be there forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I say all the time, you can go get your LPN and then become an RN, you know what I'm saying? Or such and such, such and such. So it's just about baby steps. But the main thing in life is to make sure that you're not stagnant, to make sure that you progressing every single day, little by little, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool to take a break from growth, but at the same time, you got to make sure that you getting back into that flow of, all right, I've been comfortable long enough. I've learned a lot in this portion of my life, so now it's time for me to elevate and look into new ways to, you know, recreate myself or to put myself in a better position that I'm already in, because there's no ceiling to, you know, success.
Yeah.
You can just become greater and greater and greater, better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, I worked a lot of factory jobs and stuff like that, and did a lot of maintenance jobs. I did fast food restaurants and stuff like that. And
all that. You
know, I kind of got sick of that type of lifestyle, and I ended up going back to get my CNA license, which once I got it, and I think that only took me about 2 months. And which, you know what I'm saying, I changed my life in 2 months. I had a stable job. I had a start of a career. I was making decent money back then for what it was at that point in time. And then I did a good 3 to 4 years. And after that, I realized I wanted to go back to school. So within my 3.5 years, I believe 4 years into being a CNA, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. So I was a CNA for 5 years before I actually went back to school.
That's crazy to think
graduated.
About,
no, you know what I'm saying? It is.
Or just the time. Time just keeps going.
It never stops. You know, time never stopped. But, you know, I went and signed up, and I got my GNS done, then got into the program, and the program took me 1.5 years. But with me messing up, it took me 2 years. But I still made it through. You know what I'm saying? Which put me in a different financial bracket, you know what I'm saying, which expanded my opportunities, which also just created personal growth for myself. So it don't matter how long I was a CNA. The fact is, I still went out and I found a way to elevate from that position as well. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, most definitely, man. And
same thing.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm going through right now. It's been a battle, man. You got the ups and downs, and just like I'm a single father, so I got my 3 kids, and it's kind of hard balancing them out, you know. And put them in the mix with me going to school full time. So, but here I am, man. I made it happen. I'm making it happen, and man, it's tough. It's tough.
No, it's like no excuses though,
like,
right?
Man,
I bet it's
I've been
tough.
wanting to quit, like 3 months in. Man, all that, like the holidays popping up, and
right? Just
because I'm used to having money, getting a job, and just saving my money and putting it where I need it, you know. So when I quit, I know a lot of people will be saying, like, a lot of people keep telling me, well, you should have just went full-time school and full-time like work, or go to school in the evenings. But I just couldn't do that. I can't do that because I have these kids' lives I still got to be into and a part of. So me going to work all day, or like, you know, till the afternoon, then going to school at night, what time am I giving to the kids? Whether I give a sacrifice, or I could say I could, you know, people would probably say, oh, you could have sacrificed that, but you got to understand, I'm moving solo, and I got to be able to like you got to be able to like discuss things like that with either whether you're with your partner or whether with the mother of your kids or anything like that. You still got to balance out what's beneficial to them too as well. You know, it's not, you can't just unless she was, you know, unless they give you like the whole like, yeah, do that, you know, and you go ahead and do that. But sometimes it's not like that, man. You got to make it, make what works and what makes sense. So
Exactly. You got to do what's best for you at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
I ended up, I got a little part-time job on the side, and I just making it work from there. Took a little bit of loans out.
hey,
Just
no, I
to
had to do the same
just to
thing.
compensate for like paying rent up ahead.
Yeah.
You gotta still like
But it's
pay bills up ahead of time.
It's a
and shit like
sacrifice
that.
though. Like my last episode I dropped was consistency, sacrifice, and discipline. So it's like that comes with part of it is being able to figure out what you need to sacrifice and making those sacrifices in order to get to where you want to be. Because you know what I'm saying, you got to pay your dues. Don't nothing come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to do something in order to gain something.
Yeah,
so it's just
man.
like,
and nothing's truly free unless you want to go play with trees.
hey, play with cocaine. You know what I'm saying? But, no, I'm not.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm kidding. But yeah, man, it's just like you see your goals and they not just gonna come for free. You actually got to give up something. Like you said, it could have been time with the kids, but instead you sacrificed, giving up that financial stability.
Yeah.
And taking out a couple loans, and I'm sure you did the financial aid and stuff like that.
Yep.
And in order to have balance, but at the same time have like a sense of peace. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like it'd have been too stressful to try to manage a job, kids, and school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
I went ahead, like I said, I went ahead and I just dove into school full time. Had a bunch of classes, took out a couple school loans that I could just easily pay rent up ahead of time. There was times where, I felt discouraged a little bit because I didn't have like enough funds, or I didn't have the amount of funds I normally would have to like for holidays or something like that, or even Christmas and things like that. But then it just made me realize like it's not really about that. And these kids, my kids are grown enough to understand my situation, and I speak the truth into these kids too. They know where I'm at, they know what position I'm in, and they know what I'm trying to do. So
and that's all that matter.
Yeah, my main goal at the end of all this is just to show them that look, you can still do it.
Right, you can do anything.
When I walk down that aisle, it's for me, but it's mainly for them, so they can see. And I'm glad that they're older because the way they will remember that. It's like a core memory they'll always remember on that point, because like, if they were just babies, they wouldn't get it.
Nah.
But they with me through this trials and tribulations, through this struggle, through this newfound journey, or of just going to school. People may think I used to like belittle the fact that I'm going to school. I used to think of it as just not like it's whatever, but really like going through it, man, it's tough. It ain't as easy as people make it seem to be, and
it's definitely not,
especially because when you got to balance your life out. If if you're single with no kids and all that other stuff, it's easy. But I'm a dad with 3 kids that I got to still support, in a family that needs me all around. So
exactly. But through adversity, like we said when we first started, through adversity, you know what I'm saying, we prosper. It's like, honestly, what don't kill you make you stronger. So, you know what I'm saying? Life is about seeing what you want and then going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's about applying consistency, discipline, and sacrifice too as well. So you got to be disciplined enough to, you know what I'm saying, making sure you staying on course and waking up on time, getting to school, and, you know what I'm saying, putting in that work and doing the studying and, doing the homework on top of, you know what I'm saying, making sure you're going to bed at a proper time so that way, you know what I'm saying, you can get up. And also while you juggling, you know what I'm saying, being a father and stuff like that, and doing, you know what I'm saying, after school events with the kids and everything like that. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, then you got the sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, like I said, sacrificing the financial stability of having a job and taking out loans and stuff like that. And then you got consistency, which is, you know what I'm saying, pretty much following through with all your plans, all your goals. You know what I'm saying? Your goal was to start school and finish school. Yeah. And here you are, two months left. And, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be walking the aisle and receiving, you know what I'm saying, your certificate and, you know what I'm saying?
Degree, not certificate.
Hey, degree, whatever the case, make it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
look, proper.
Because then if it was a certificate, I'd be like, hell no, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have just got a full-time job somewhere that will teach me how to do that shit. Right. But I would,
It's just like I know with the school, you know what I'm saying, NWTC, it's just like they offer certificates, they offer associate degrees and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it's hard to not know which is which. Because, you know what I'm saying, like for 9 months and getting a degree, that's actually, you know what I'm saying, pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? And
nowadays they got
getting a good paying job afterwards too as well, a career, you know what I'm saying? Like my man's about to be a whole welder out here. So like that's a trade in itself, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good skill to have and to take into the future and build off of. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, you about to be in the money. You about to be, you know what I'm saying, being up on a new level of life. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gonna be able to upgrade the car, the crib, the bank account. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, okay, you wasn't able to get the kids much for Christmas this year, but next year you can go crazy if that's what you decide to do.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing though is, like you said, is them watching you walk across that stage. You know what I'm saying? And get that degree. You know what I'm saying? And just be a walking example, a living example. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to lead by example, especially when you have children. It's just like, man, you got to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you want them to be better, but you got to be the best version of yourself as well, so that way they know that they don't have any limits. You know what I'm saying? That they can do anything they put their mind to. You told them you was going back to school, and for them to see you start and finish something, right? That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially
at the, you know, because coming out of high school, I didn't go straight to college to try to figure out what I wanted to like get so I can elevate. You know, because you go to school to elevate your life. You know? Right. So them seeing like, dang, like 10 years later, here he is, like going back to school, like he's actually doing it. And, you know, it actually makes them kind of like inspired, or, you know, no, exactly. I can see it, especially in my son. You know, my son's now 12 years old, and man, he's like, man, I want to do that. It's like, if you do it, like if you did that right now, like imagine if I did it when I'm younger or while they just see, man, they see and learn and go from what their dad is doing or what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And it's a good feeling to, it's a good feeling, man. It's a great feeling, actually.
You should feel good, because at the end of the day, like, not to be comparing yourself to other people, but most people aren't trying to, you know, a lot of people are selfish. And then when you have kids, the main thing you really can't be is selfish. You need to be selfless, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the kids come first. So, like, by you just even going back to school, that's not just for you. It's for the kids, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a selfish choice. It's a selfless choice. It's actually something you actually had to do in order to elevate you all's lives, not just your life. You know what I'm saying? Not just your future, but their future. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about.
And honestly, that's another reason why I decided to, like, just something had to change or something had to be different, or I had to just at least try something new, was just these factories, man. Everybody just bouncing back and forth trying to figure out what's best and what's not, and what makes sense. And I just got sick of it, you know. It just wasn't for me no more. You know, I used to work at these meat plants, both of them, and throughout them years, and it was because I was trying to support. I was trying to support what I had, my family or my kids, and you get, you know, and don't get me wrong, like within those times, or even in those years passing by, I was still, you know, I still tried going to school. I remember I signed up like back in 2015.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
You know, for electrical engineering, and it just, impulsive decision. I don't want to get off topic, but like not thinking about before you act, like on certain things, is what happened back then, which is what led me to not finish that when I was going to school at that time.
No, but that's not off topic though, honestly. Yeah, you know, because when you think about it though, like, we all go through them moments where we know we should do something, but we so stuck in, you know what I'm saying, having fun and being selfish, you know what I'm saying, to where we not thinking about our future and planning for our future. Because, like, when I first got out of high school, I took a little break, but I think within, like, 2 to 3 years, I tried to go back, and I think I was going back for carpentry at that point or something I had signed up for. And I didn't end up going back for that either. Like, I signed up and everything, went to the school, did all the stuff I was supposed to do, didn't go back. But what motivated me was kind of the same notion, was, like I said, I was a CNA, and I would see chicks in there that was just like, you know what I'm saying, beyond like my age, you know what I'm saying, within like they early 50s and stuff like that, and late 40s. And, you know what I'm saying, even late 30s, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and they had been CNAs for a good 15, 20 years and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm like, I know I don't want that for myself. And I'm not knocking anybody that does, but it's just like, these things are meant to be stepping stones. Like, within that 15, 20 years you done been a CNA, you could have went back to school to be an RN or LPN or anything else that you truly wanted to be, like 2 or 3 times already. You know what I'm saying? Because it take you about a good 4 to 6 years maybe to become an RN based on the class that you have, a good 2 years to fold maybe for LPN. And I don't even think it's that long, truly.
And that's even maybe like, those years, maybe like if you did it part-time, you know, like people, they could have been already like to the next
exactly
step if they chose to. But a lot of people, you know,
just get stagnant, get
They get
comfortable,
complacent.
or you know what I'm saying, like just aren't motivated enough, because like all them people sitting around each other doing the same thing for so long, and then somebody finally comes through and tries to speak something different, but it's just like what Harriet Tubman say. She said, I could have freed plenty more slaves if they only knew that they were slaves. So it's just like you can help people by like motivating them, but at the same time they might not take it as motivation. They'll take it as, you know what I'm saying, you thinking you better, or just the fact that they might not believe that they can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like,
Oh
or it's
yeah.
too late for them, or
Yes,
something like that.
that's
you know
what I'm
what I'm
about to.
saying? So
That's what I was about to bring up, is the fact that people, they think it's too late.
right.
Like it really.
It's
I
never
could
too
have.
late.
Yeah, it's never too
Never
late,
too
man.
late.
I could have told myself the same thing, and
Exactly.
that's one thing that I see that my kids can learn from, is that fact that it's not too late. I
Right,
still went back.
right.
I'm 10 years out of high school, and I'm going back.
What motivated me was like, man, if I don't go back to school now, I don't feel like I'm gonna ever go back. You know what I'm saying? I think I was about 25 at that point, going on 26. And I was just like, man, I gotta figure something out, bro. Like I've been a CNA for a minute, and it's cool. I love doing it, but it's like I'm ready for something different now. I'm ready to
Yes.
level up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I need to figure out a way to become better and to make more money, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like
that's what this.
that be the biggest motivation. It's like my pockets ain't right no more. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think I was
Yeah,
getting paid
man.
like barely $12 as a CNA at that point, bro, which is crazy, because now they making
That's
over 20 just
Yeah,
about,
that's
depending on
insane,
where you
man.
working at.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, bro, but
It's ugly to think about, because you could have been making more going to school for the next thing at that time, and then
Mhm.
still been, caking or whatever, making a good decent amount.
right.
But yeah, man, it's just being. Oh, I lost my train of thought right there.
Pretty much just being motivated though, like not
Yeah.
having that doubt, or even if you do have that doubt, to push through it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more so like you saying, you know what I'm saying, it was more so like,
so like, let me bring it back up. I was
Go
saying
ahead.
just being, I guess just getting sick and tired of bouncing around, like when you're, because obviously you can get a job in these factories and stuff like that.
Right.
And I just, like I said, I got sick of it, and I wanted to take a chance, and I knew going back to school and getting a skilled trade would get me to where I wanted to be, and put me on that next level, like open doors.
exactly.
Open doors, just something different. Not having to bounce around and try to get into these factories. Most of the time, they, with all these background checks and all these, just man,
Right.
it's an annoying process, man. Getting hired in places is just so annoying. Like just
Yes.
the hiring process and trying to like get into your damn factory that I definitely don't want to be
Man,
at.
I'm telling you, because no, that's how I
It's
started to feel as a CNA.
'cause
It's like, bro,
not gonna lie, because at the meat plants you could easily get into them places.
Yeah.
They're just the easy, quick getting into places.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like wanting to get into like one thing would be like Belgioso or
Mhm.
any of these cheese factories or
Right,
any
right,
other
right,
like
right,
other
right.
place that pays a lot good and has like good benefits. They picky and they pick and choose.
They
Like,
do, because they got a lot of benefits.
man, so
You know what I'm saying? You stick those jobs out. I know a few people that work there or did work there, and I
Yeah.
mean, they was getting bonuses every year and all type of stuff. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was just
man.
like,
they're just really, well, it's whatever. I just knew I just couldn't do that stuff anymore.
Right.
And I just knew I wanted to, let me take a chance and let me do something new and something that's gonna take me to the next level. So if I choose to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can, no matter what, you can.
because
choose how
everything
far
is a
along you go.
choice.
Yeah.
Everything is a choice. Like we talk about, you were saying opening doors. You know what I'm saying? Like more opportunities. And it's just like, if you don't take them risks, if you decide to stay in that comfort zone, there's never a door that can be open for you, because you're not expanding your abilities. You know what I'm saying? You're not expanding your position in life to have doors open for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when a door do open, you afraid to walk through it because you think it's too late, or you think you're not ready, or you know what I'm saying? You're just too comfortable in your shell to where you don't want to step out of your comfort zone for
Yeah.
things to be different in your life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, imagine graduating high school at 18, and then you don't decide to go back to school till 28. So you've been out of school over a decade, and people just like, man, am I built for this? Am I still, you know what I'm saying, am I able to do this? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Am I wasting my time? Just that fear-based, you know what I'm saying, mindset. And it's just like, in a doubtful mindset, it's just like, you can't have that when you
Man, you
trying
can't.
to actually, you know what I'm saying, expand your skill set, when you're trying to expand your knowledge, when you're trying to expand just who you are in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the saying? They say, in order to have something you never had, you got to become somebody you've never been. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in order to get to the next level, you got to stop thinking on the level that you own and replace those thoughts with a next level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? A new level of thinking. So it's just like a revolutionary mindset. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So, and even through, like, once you taking them steps, you know what I'm saying, you may still doubt yourself, but at the same time, like, one day at a time, one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't give up, don't quit. And I guarantee you, it's only what don't kill you gonna make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? So
who you telling? Those thoughts ran through my head all the time while I was going and doing this, because I'm like, you're not used to it, so you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and that's a hard thing.
Say that again.
That's, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
For real.
And it's a hard pill to swallow when you do that, because when you're in that uncomfortable position, you just want to go back and get back in your little, cave and what you're used to, and
a little shell, boy. But rather hide under the bed somewhere, boy, like a scared kid.
Man, so I've felt all them emotions, and it's crazy because I feel like, there's times where I felt like I'm just wasting time doing this shit.
Right.
And it's like, I get reassurance from a couple people that would just be like, nah, man, you're doing a lot. You're doing something that a lot of people wish they could do. And some people actually like talk down on themselves from even doing it.
Right.
It's sad as it is. And it's,
but that's what's important about actually having like friends and family that do support you and that can, you know what I'm saying, speak that life into you, speak that motivation into you, speak that reassurance into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like, what you are doing is amazing. It is good for you and your offspring. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't doubt yourself, because right now, and that's what I tell people all the time, like, I'll see them doing something. I'll be like, man, I see you doing your thing, bro. Like, that's dope. Keep doing it. And they respond to be like, man, I'm trying. It's like, no, bro, you not trying. You doing. So keep doing. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no trying about it, bro. Like, if you have that action behind it and you see the results, you may not be to where you want to be yet, but just the daily results of you applying that pressure, you not trying, bro. You doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So,
and don't even. And this could be taken all forms of life. Like, don't think it's just because I'm going to school and that's one thing. But if you use this and keep that positive attitude towards anything you're doing in this life, you're definitely going to keep going forward. Whether it's, working out or getting, with your mental health or physical health, all that stuff, man. Or even just school, work, new job, new position, all that stuff, man. Like, just...
Or, battling depression and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us battle depression, but it's just like, you got to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you can't let life defeat you. And, both of us have been to a point where it's just like, we've kind of pretty much lost the battle to our mind. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just, we'll sit in the house and just be in them deep thoughts and it'll just be negative. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, one day you just got to wake up and realize, like, it's really time for me to fight. And the main person you fighting in this life is yourself and your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, once you battle yourself and beat yourself, and it's kind of like a lifelong battle is to beat myself. But at the same time, I'm prepared to fight every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't plan on laying down and dying. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan on laying down and giving up and throwing in the towel. Like, I plan on, you know what I'm saying, coming to the fight every single day, and at night I'll go lick my wounds, and then I come right back the next day swinging. You know what I'm saying? So
facts, man. That's exactly what it is every night.
Every single night, bro.
Man.
But I think that's kind of what, you know what I'm saying, like, having that daily reset is, though, because it's just like, there was this one saying, well, it's not a saying, but it was this dude that was saying, like, how his dad was talking about how he was telling his dad how he wanted to quit his job or whatever, and his dad looked at him and said, just don't quit for one other day. You know what I'm saying? Just don't quit for one more day. And then he'll get to the next day and he'll be like, just don't quit for one more day. And I guess his dad was fighting addiction or whatever. So I guess once he tried to go to rehab or whatever, his son asked him, like, Dad, are you going to relapse? He was like, son, I'm just going to try to stay sober for one more day. Then he'll get to the next day. I'm going to try to stay sober for one more day. Because you got to take this shit one day at a time. You can't be worried about next week, next month, next year.
Yeah.
One day at a time. You know what I'm saying? And then that goes back to the saying of a brick a day. You know what I'm saying? A brick a day, you can build you a mansion. You can build you a home. You can build you a fort. You know what I'm saying? You can build some stairs to, you know what I'm saying? Walk up to get to the next level.
Yeah,
like, whatever
man,
the case
definitely.
is. But, you know, it's allegorical. But it's just like one step at a time, one brick at a time, one movement at a time. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let life stop you from growing. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do that, you stagnant, you dead, and at that point, like, there is no progression for lifeless beings, or for you know, just anything that's not growing.
Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
stay where it's at.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's what it is, and that's what you got to take out of life, or out of whatever you're going through, man. Because you don't want to stop and then just end up being nothing. You live with a bunch of regrets by the time you're like 70, 80 years
no,
old.
hey, for real. And that's what should motivate you more than anything, is your untapped potential. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely. And that's another thing. I like you said, just battling with that, with the negative thoughts. You like, everybody battles that, and it's like, but don't let them win.
Hey,
like, don't let them win. Cause,
yes, sir.
Like, look at time, man. Time is passing us up like crazy.
Man.
I don't know if y'all felt it or if you feel it, but every day is just like, boom, we're already in April, man.
Right, bro.
I thought New Year's was just yesterday.
Yeah. It's
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
What do that to me though is like the Snapchat memories, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like every year to come around, it's just like, bro, I swear I just posted this 6 months ago. It's been a whole year.
The shit we posted and did last year was like, man, that was already a year.
Already a year.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just, everything is just moving quickly. Like, so even when me doing this and going to school, like, I was complaining about it then a little bit, and now I'm already about to 2 months in, like, later, and I'm 8 weeks, basically 7 weeks.
And at this point, you probably don't need to complain no more, because you done built that mindset of, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done.
Hey, man, at this point, that's all I'm on. Like, I need to get this shit done now.
You at a landslide, man.
I'm done. I'm ready to get this shit done, because I'm trying to, man,
level up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to also
just so I can get to work.
No, right,
like,
let
me get to work, because I got this little
bag.
part-time job. It ain't, man. I'm getting chump change. You hear me? It's not what I'm used to.
But that's the sacrifice you have to take, man. Because at the end of the day,
that's
bro,
that's what I did. You know,
the reward's gonna be greater. The reward is gonna be better than the risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what they say, the greater the reward, the more the risk. But it's just like, at the end of the day, everything you doing is worth it, though. So it's just like, you gonna look back in 2 years and be like, man, bro, I'm so glad that you know what I'm saying, I snapped out of that comfortable mindset and realized, like, bro, I want more, I need more, I gotta have more, and that's what I went and chased, and I caught success. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time for me to, like, you're going to get to a point where you're going to be ready to level up again. Yeah. And it may just be leveling up in the company that you decide to work for, or anything. It don't necessarily have to be going back to school or you know, starting a new career. It can just be, we can get back on the stocks, you know what I'm saying? Start investing again and learning that, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
taking a break from, you can learn that stuff on the side and just keep learning, and don't forget, like, don't just keep learning too. But even, like just taking a financial cut like that. And I don't do no crazy shit on the side either. So, like, I get my money the way I get my money. So, but if you don't, once I'm done with school, that's the main thing I'm waiting for, to hopefully just already be done with that, pick where I want to work at, and get to it. Get this money up, get these wherever company I want to go to, and go from there.
Okay, was that your camera though?
Yeah, it just died.
Damn. Okay, that's cool. No, that's cool. Honestly,
I think that last part was cool. Like, when you wrapped it up, it seemed like you was about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I was gonna give it a little bit longer. Yeah. But with that happening though, that's really actually good enough, because I feel like at a point we're gonna just start rambling.
Yeah.
So
that is. It was a good 30 minutes.
No, how long was that?
30 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
So that's way, because you know what I'm saying.
Or maybe like 25, because I was recording already in the beginning.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's 30-some minutes. I was looking at the bottom number here.
Yeah.
So, that's 35 minutes,
I mean, this is still the audio regardless. And,
for
that last thing you
said, a little longer.
That last thing you said in the ending was just come. It was like you were just coming back full circle, and it was pretty good, man. Like, just just not staying stagnant, growth, doing what you gotta do out here, man. Don't give up on yourselves. Just keep trying, keep doing new things, take risks, take chances, and don't stop, don't give up. Yeah.
No, facts. I couldn't have said it any better, honestly. So, hey, man, That's my boy Jesse. As y'all can see, that's why. Because, you know what I'm saying, we bounce back and forth off of, you know what I'm saying, speaking life into one another,
Right.
motivating one another, being there for one another. And, you know, like I said, rumbling through this thing called life. And at the end of the day, I know we going to come out on top because that's all we chasing is, you know what I'm saying, the peak of this thing, the climax of this thing, you know what I'm saying, the best version of who we are. So, you know what I'm saying, with that being said, save our world, man. Soul Life for Life. We out.
Brand new, I've been acting brand new, because I'm feeling brand new. This elevation past due, can't you see I'm brand new? I've been acting brand new, because I'm feeling brand new. This elevation past due, can't you see I'm brand new?